little more Elden Ring. A little bit of fun. Always enjoy it, personally. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't keep doing this. So yeah, that's where we're at. There's not a lot else to it. As I said, we're back with some more Elden Ring, any percent randomizer. So we are trying to get from start of game to end of game as quickly as possible. Setting up some stuff in the background so I can at least see any chatters that do happen to join us. So yeah, that's where we're at. Not a lot else to it, I guess. So we'll just check that our mic's actually working. Yes, it is. So I've been a little bit sick last little bit, so my voice might be a bit funny. But yeah, let's dive on into it all. Let's type. Oh, good. Cool. All right. We go. New game. So, PB is still 128.50. Summer best is down to 109.46. So we've had a little bit more success on, I think it was only one split. So let's see what we got. So we got some money, which I think is what I'm probably going to go with. There's not a lot else here, which is of much use. Nope. Nah. Nope. Nope. I think we'll just take the 3,000 bucks. Golden Halberd and Maracus Hammer. That's a lot of holy damage. Queline's Greatsword. Moonveil, but I never get Somber Stone, so it's not much use. Vike's War Spear. Boot Horn, maybe? Horned Warrior Sword. Rotten Battle Hammer. I do love this hammer. Those swords aren't great. So it's between either the Envoy's Long Hammer and the Rotten Battle Hammer, but I think the Longhorn is a somber weapon. Stat line. Strength, Dex, Int. Mostly Dex and Int. Faith. Oh, that actually kind of does work for that weapon because it's a holy weapon. I do like Moonveil. It does work. It's got the frog belly. This is a great weapon, a great moveset, but it's somber as well. Grab extra. And double check. Longhorn, I'm pretty certain that it is a somber weapon. It's a great hammer as well, but I'm pretty somber. Somber smith stones. Alright. Let's get ourselves in the biz, I guess. Alright, we're gonna go with the battle hammer and hope for the best, so off we go. Cool. Let's get it going. So yeah, any percent, so you're just trying to get from start of game to end of game as quickly as possible. So final will end when we get the final cutscene, or the credits rather, at the end. To get there, we have 12 bosses we got to beat. We have to beat Margaret, Godric, so we need 2 great runes for capital access, so I get Godric and Radahn, and then slow. Got to change weapon. Whoa! Almost walked myself off the cliff. That would have been really bad. That little bit of a malady out of the way. So yeah, I get, not Rykard, I get Radahn and Godric. That's my 2 great runes. And then we go and run through capital. So there's 2 required bosses in capital in Godfroy and Morgott. Then we've got to do Fire Giant, which is a 2-phase boss. And then Fire Giant then leads into Farum Azula, where there is Godskin Duo and Malekith. And then from there, it's just the straight shot through of Gideon, followed by Horaloo, followed by Radabeast. And that is time at that point. So 12 bosses to get from start to finish. And we just got to get through them as quick as possible. Or 12 arenas, rather. Set that up. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to work out why my splits have skipped over. First one. Oh. Split. Oh. Alright, there we go. We should be good. Not actually sure why I've done that. Leonine Misbegotten as the True Sentinel. Alright, first point of business, let's go get Torrent. Switch over. It's just running. By running, I mean falling. Alright. So we've got 14 minutes of collection. Start ourselves off with. Everything goes to plan. Humor. Oh no, it's not. It's the Crazy Witch Lady. Smithing 3, we're off to a good start. Sorry, my voice is not great. We're all congested as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We keep running. How are we doing today, everyone? I obviously am not doing too great. My son got a head cold over the weekend. Recovered within 2 days, or a day or whatever, but kindly passed it on to me and the wife. And she came down with it, got sick for a day, and then was back at it again. And I seem to have caught it a bit worse than either of them. So, heading off to work yesterday, probably not the smartest idea, rather than just taking the day to rest and recover. But that is what it is. Got to pay the bills sometimes.
Have you but you
Melina.
you need to the foot. Then
Yes.
I bequeath you. It will summon Torrent. Treat him with.
So yeah, no, caught it a bit worse than wifey or little fella did. It's a shame, but seeing as these enemies are all nice, I'm just gonna come grab that item. We'll recover eventually. Eventually being the operative word there. Missed item pickup? Question mark? Hopefully it wasn't anything useful. Like a smithing 1. Yeah, how's everyone else been? We had our election here in Australia over the weekend gone. So, always a bit of fun. Australia has mandatory voting, so everyone has to vote. Doesn't mean that everyone has to vote properly. End up losing like 1.5% or something of the vote to invalid votes, people just writing whatever on it, or well, we don't get to write on it, we get to number the boxes. So people put 2 of the same number, or they don't put enough numbers or whatever down, then their vote becomes invalid. But yeah, everyone has to vote, everyone gets to vote. Choose between political party A or political party B in the majority of cases. Go from there, but the Liberal Party, our Conservatives, my American viewers, ended up taking an absolute pummeling in this election. So they lost not I mean, they lost a number of seats, but more, well, that's probably the biggest component, is they lost a lot of representatives, but their proportion of the vote didn't drop too much, but yeah, it just happened to drop across the board. Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking so much about politics at the moment. It's not exactly like a topic that everyone enjoys listening or watching. Money! We are set. Oh no, dog, piss off. Please don't hit me. I was lucky. I mean, I'm glad that the doggy was there. I need to put out here, depending on if he starts deciding to laser beam me. Not. Skelly bro having a shot. Alright. It's always the scariest part of the running sections because we have no health, no levels or anything, so. That dog's still aggroed. It's a crazy amount of. Hey, there we go. That's our smithing ones that we need.
Are you here as a customer?
Yes, I am here as a customer. Nothing. No, but scratchy. Actually, there were death boluses, which could be useful. I've had a couple runs where I've run into the death blight dancing line. Actually, I think 2 of the 3 times I ran into it in Morgoth's arena. Which, it's a reasonably large arena, but positionally, the death blight, it's just annoying. Because you can't. I think one of the times, or both times actually, it was slow, but I summoned Melina at the start of the fight as a cooperator, just to take aggro of the either the dancing lion while I dealt with the little what are they? Basilisks, I suppose. Or she did, but either way, it's a sucky ass fight. Original Dancing Lion from Ballarat is fantastic. It's a great fight. I love that. Like, it's a great boss. I'm not great at the fight, but it is a great fight. But the Deathblight one, and alive. Oh, got some stitch up. Oh, almost overshot it. So we got all our smithing 1s. I don't think we've got any smithing 2s, or we've got the 1-3. But yeah. We also have like no armor. Oh, we got 1-2. 11 1s. Alright. Bounce. Tier. Physics. Go get Ectus. 1, 2, 11 1s. 3. Do we get the item at the tree, or do we just go past it? I think we get it, just because it's not that far out of our way. And who knows, it might be the smithing 2 we need. Smithing 2 is rather good. Tailoring tools. No bueno.
Welcome. Well, you please.
I'm hung. Ooh, Somber 2 and Great Stars. Oh, that is juicy. What do we need? Enough. And a bunch of prawns. Let's get some more prawns. Should be enough prawns, hopefully. $100 so we can mog out of this one. Memory of Grace, that is. Fortunate. Mega Land Squirt. That was a very fortunate move from the... What's it called there? Just gonna quit out just to be safe. Very fortunate move from the Land Bear. The Rune Bear. Land Bear. Rune Bear. With him deciding to leap and allow my horsey to just go under and around him. We'll switch over the Great Stars though. Rotten Battle Hammer is busted. Like, it's great with the rot, but Great Stars is just objectively better. It would be better again if it had Wild Strikes on it, but I don't have that Ash of War, and I'm unlikely to find it, let's be real. There was actually an Ash of War there that I could have put on it. It's the spinny twirly one, the Wings of the Crucible. I'm pretty sure that's an Ash of War that can go on any weapon. And that would allow me to give it Lightning Infusion. Fuck off, Jory. At least this is a non-essential, like a non-required fight. Which does make it a lot better. Because it means I am not going to face Jory at any point during this run. And we don't have to worry about the Knight's Cav replacement on the bridge because we Memory of Graced. So he's not going to be there. There's not going to be a boss there. It is the one upside to Memory of Gracing. Downside is obviously that we lose any runes that we had. But we don't have any this time around. I thought I was a little bit far off there. Well, there goes any chance at PB on this section. Wow. I so seldom miss that jump. I so seldom miss that drop, sorry. I seldom miss it. And every time I go to do that, I'm like, oh, should I get the safety grace there at the bridge? Nah, we don't need it. It's fine. And then we go and do some shit like that, where we just drop weight. Well, and see, that's the thing. I wasn't actually that far off the drop. It was probably just a couple millimeters. And by the time I realized it, it was a little too late to quit out. That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Mostly because it adds, like, literally like, a minute and a half worth of extra travel time to this section. See, all I need to do is drop right there, and we land on that branch every time. Holy Burge. Ooh, we nearly messed our quit up as well, badly. Survived on like 1 HP. Alright. Grab our 3 items, or 4 items here at this graveyard. Oh, alright. Orange is torrenting. I got great stumble stones so far. I've got a 1, a 3, I believe there was a 1 and a 4, and I believe I saw a 2 and a 3 in the shops. which is crazy. I just don't have a somber weapon to go with it. There was Wings of Estelle, I suppose. The, what is it? Yeah, I think it is Wings of Estelle. Or Mantis Blade it was. But I'm not a big fan of that weapon, so... It's not bad, like, it's magic and, like, a curved sword and moveset. And the weapon art has got great poise damage, but, I don't know. This time we will grab this safety grace. Alright, we'll see how much time that death wastes for us based on this final split, because that PB is not optimum, but it's pretty close too. Get out there because they're about to turn around on me. Alright, we're at a minute now. Split. Okay. One little death. One little death. Right. Right, we'll just run across to the church. Tiny bit more armor, but I'll probably switch it back over and sell this headpiece for the money. No, we don't need to, because we've got the remembrance of Mesmer. Oh, mace. Smithing 3. We still haven't gotten any smithing 2s, which is genuinely crazy. Freaking hate that dude. He's got insane aggro range. Plus his spell goes for freaking miles. Just trying to put as many items between me and him as possible. Like, look, he's still shooting those necromancer dudes from the DLC. It's crazy, their aggro range.
To determine if you had, it seems torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering. Very let my hand.
I should probably go and check Beach Merchant and Carlay, because I don't have any smithing 2s. I kind of need them. So if we don't get the smithing 2s, then we can't use the Great Stars. Like, period. Because the smithing 1 bell bearing is not an ideal spot. Let's go quickly check these 2 merchants. It is a time waste, like, there's no way around it, but if we don't get smithing weapon stones, then I have to switch over to a somber weapon and try and find the somber bits and pieces, or pick something up later. Maybe I shouldn't have picked up the Great Stars immediately. Maybe I should have just waited. Upgraded my weapon. A somber weapon or something, and then just purchased it later. I don't know. Not really anything there. That one did have the Mantis Blade. The other one must be Wing of Estelle. It must be. Weapon. Alright, Carlay, gotta come through with the goods. Show me smithing 2s. Oh, he's got 1, 2. And that's enough. Oh, Parlay coming through with the goods. We'll just get this as well on here.
Goodbye.
That was a very lucky pickup in his inventory. Go around the sword, please. So we can now get ourselves up to a +7, I think.
You're not allowed. You're
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Alright, off to Stormhill Shack. We'll rest real quick to do our upgrades and flasks. And level up. Alright, we'll get ourselves to 25 health, 15 endurance, and then the rest just goes into the strength when we get more money. 25 health and 15 endurance should get us through the next 2 to 3 fights. Another bird. We're lucky with pathing there. Alright, let's see what we got. That's a very early cutscene. Alright, we got Snail. How do we know it's Snail? Well, you can see that there is no blood. Ouch. He didn't do his normal transition move. Real weird. Oops. Thank you. Alright. That's Apostle. And now we get Noble. You're trapped in here with me, bucko, not the other way around. Stagger. The Apostle's got way more health than Noble does for whatever reason. Stagger. I think I was pretty close to the stagger when he did the... Holy shit. And die. Alright, Snail. Come here. Oops, we're out of heals. That was very fortunate that he did the rolling sequence when he finished it. you, snail. Ah, that's a long fight. It's a long fight, that. We messed up that, swish/swash that Noble does twice, which is unusual. I usually don't mess it that badly.
Well, but of course.
But it is. Alright, we sit. Now that we got ourselves our flasks back. Hey, a smithing 2. Late. Take it. Fuck you two. Two of the worst enemies from the DLC. Let's quit out just to... We are already behind on our Godric split. That's alright. Oh, fuck off. That's annoying. Very annoying. Heals. Immediately gets smacked from behind. Oops, we went the wrong way. Fuck off. Flying skeleton? Not very useful. Sing throw. We got a bolt lightning up ahead as well. I know I'd probably do too many quit outs for what's necessary, but dying is the slowest thing that you can do. I think I'll just wait for it. Like, so how much time we lost just with dying to gravity that one time. Speaking of, we should update that death count. Just rest. I can hear a Tibia Mariner. Aha. Have that little swish swash sound. Now, which Tibia Mariner are you? That's the real question. Bonk. 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 Alright. Hey, gold split. We'll take that. So, sum of best is now 109.33, so we've gold splitted it by like a second or two. But we did claw back a minute worth of our time. No, not a minute. 20 seconds. Hour. Alright. Torrenting time! All the way through to Dectus. So, fastest route is actually to the left there. Like, if you go... sorry, to the right there. If you drop down the gravestones, there is a quicker teleporter to get to... Gatefront, or not Gatefront, the South Riley gate. Anyway, it's quicker to get to Riley than this way, which is via Laskia Ruins. Teleporter, but this way has that gold seed, not gold seed, that sacred tier, as well as a merchant check along the route, plus a couple more item checks, which are always handy, because merchants obviously give you best opportunity to get those talismans and upgrade mats in one location, and then item checks obviously are item checks.
You surprised no matter why don't. Oh, but don't. Oh.
Spinning strikes. Rude. Unfortunately, nothing of use in that merchant this time. He had a +8 halberd, but we don't really need it. And not a lot else, to be honest. Not even any greases. Items purple. Fucking rabbit. Talisman. Not much of a talisman, but better than nothing. Armor. Somber 4. Our somber weapon, somber somber stone luck has been great on this run. Pretty sure I've got 1 through 4 now. So if we picked up a somber weapon that we genuinely do like, might be worth the switch, because we do get the 5/6 bell bearing naturally. Oh no, we don't. 5/6 bell bearing is a long way out of the way. It's down at the Church of Marika in the mountaintops. So never mind that. We'd have to pick up a 5 and 6 stone. That is a sanguine noble. Ah! Fuck! Rogue's Sacred Spit. Holy! Where's that invisible assassin? Whatever the last items were, they are not worth it. Oh, we got gankbanked. We got absolutely cornered there by the dog and the archer and the soldier. And we got an Estelle. What's that? Invis assassin still chasing us. Was that what it was? It must have been what it was. So I think we're gonna have to do a quit out here. Definitely do a quit out. The finger creeper. I'm not actually entirely sure why an actual enemy gets placed there. But the finger creeper was blocking the Lucaria key, which was the item we literally needed to get. So I had to bonk him, grab the key, and then quickly somehow jump out of the way and quit out. So yeah. Alright, item-wise, we still need 1 3 and 3 4s at this stage. Or a somber weapon, because that will get us to a somber 4. But the smithing is objectively better in terms of the bell bearings, because we get The 3, 4 we do have to go a little bit out of the way for, but then the 5 and 6 we pick up right near mountaintops. It's way closer than the Somber. And then the 6, 7 you grab the 6, 7, 8. Yeah, anyway, the final bell bearing you get for free by killing yeah, the 7 and 8, yeah, just for killing Godskin duo fight. So Somber wise, the 3, 4 is in Leonia there. Not Leonia, in Altus. It's not a long tunnel, but you do have to go in, kill the boss, and then get the bell bearing. Whereas the 3, 4 smithing is just a pickup. Double slash. Butt scratchy. Might actually get that the Crucible Knight wings. Ash of War, just so that we can apply Holy or Lightning Infusion to the Great Stars. Maybe. Let's see. Endure's not bad, but I always forget to use it. And I've forgotten to use my crabs as well, by the way. My prawns. After I specifically went and bought them. Very typical of me. We can change our Flasco because we don't need that blue either. Alright. See if we claw back any time at all on this split as well. We should get a little bit just by not having faffed around at the graveyards very much. It's not going to be much. It might be 10 seconds or something like that. Finger Creeper and extra quit out did hurt us a bit. Tiny bit of time. 14 seconds. Alright. So, this one, I sort of chop and change between doing DTS and Radahn in the order that they're shown on the splits. It doesn't really make a difference which one I do first. DTS I typically do first just because of the items and that along the way, and we are reasonably close, but Radahn is technically quicker just because you get more runes, so you get more levels by the time you get to DTS. So yeah, we'll just Ash for Thunderbolt. That will give me lightning. I don't mind that. Might apply that one. I'm gonna have to go to the right path just because we don't have the smithing stones as yet. So this is totally not worth it. This is a little white one. Also not going to be worth, but... Alright. Oh. We go and get Grace and all the gold seeds along the route. Head up to the merchant. Pardon me. All right. Gargoyle and Ayuda. Touch the Grace. Alright, head up to Merchant, see what Merchant's got for us. Probably nothing, but... Put those. Check our equipment load. But we don't get into heavy load territory. At least we got a bit better armor than the tabard. Mining item. Oh, dragon wing grease might be useful. Probably not, but might be. Smithing 5. Need one of them. Well, we need 3 of them actually, so we got 1. We still need the smithing 4s though. Ooh, mushroom hat.
His customer,
Well. That is fantastic, actually. There's some great... Oh, you piece of shit. Doesn't actually matter, to be honest, but... Alright, I might go do Radahn first. But we'll first go to get the bell bearing. Hope that the Radahn stake skip behaves. And go from there. Maybe we've got a plus 15. No, not a 15. We'll have a plus 14. And maybe we can do DTS. It's just less money. We're coming this way because we are short 1 3 and 3 4s. And that ain't gonna cut it. A plus 8. Oh, there's the last 5 we need. That's fortunate. So we can get a plus 15 great stars, which is pretty good. My pretty orange hair. Wow, that imp chased me for ages. One shot we didn't check was not Patches, Bostock, but we didn't kill him or take the Grace in Godric's Arena, so no way we're going to check that. Why is this load so slow? Right. Back to round table. Go and purchase the materials we need. Cheers. One to 3, 3 4s. No to all of that. Infinite stam, maybe. Swords of thrusting. Okay, cool. No need to buy that then. No to all of that. Don't think. We did have... Holy shit, those are cheap kukris. I didn't tweak how cheap those kukris were. Alright, there should be enough money to upgrade the great stars. If not, we've got some stuff to sell. So let's go and just sell stuff preemptively. Alright, we're off to DTS. We got our lightning great stars up, plus 15. That should be hopefully more than enough. We were going to reset our flasks there, but that's alright. Because we've got a blue, which we do not need at all. Item worth. No. It is a little white tail, which is not going to be useful. I mean, it might be something. There's a very low chance it could be like an Ash of War or something like that, like Crackblade maybe, but it's unlikely. 10 dumplings. Wow. Ooh, Ice Rhine. Plus 6 too. We can equip it in our offhand as well. Oh yeah, baby. Alright. Frosty Frost time. Come back, you dirty rat. And Dick Smash. Oh! No! Oh, it's like one hit. Oh no, that's tragic. That's so tragic. Wow. Ah, oh, dear. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Stop it, you damn useless cavalry. This is the downside to the Ice Rhine Hatchet. Its range is terrible. Like, absolutely terrible range. That's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. Because we went from being slightly behind pace. It probably would have been a good split too, but ended up terrible because of that death, and then how stally he decided to be. Little bitch. Right. Alright. Stake skip time, please. Do not ruin this, Gov. Yes, first try, baby. First try. Jump, jump. It was like the one frame that I couldn't use the horse on. Alright. Who we got? Lamenta. France? I don't think Lamenta can be frosted. So we'll just get all of the boys. Not the worst damage. I don't know if it's going to be enough. So we'll go Ice Rind for the first bit of this, and we will hopefully be able to... Where is he? This one? Stop body blocking me. Did he not? Oh man, he disappeared so soon. So what have we got? 2, 3 Lament masks on us. Found the right one. We did enough damage to him. Alright. The boys are here. This is a stally fight though. Like, look how long it takes for... Alright, even if he tried to disappear, we had him there. Okay. That's that done. Didn't actually end up losing any more time, even though it was a stally fight, so PB must have had quite a long boss. Actually, no, you know what it was. Our PB, we ended up dying. We missed the Stake America skip a bunch of times. Alright, time to run through Capital. And I hope we have no capital incidents. Just going to use my money now because I don't plan to stop at any graces the rest of the way through the capital. What do we scale with now? So we're leveling strength and we scale E with strength and C with dex. So we might need to switch over to dex. Yeah, that 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. There's not a lot to this section, to be honest. We're just gonna run it through. Nose is really doing my head in. It's that little bit of a sniffle that you can't seem to get rid of. No time for graces. We gotta go fast. Last run I did, I gold splitted this by quite a considerable margin. This is not going to be overly useful, but we'll get it. I don't know if that's an upgrade on the armor that I'm wearing. Gold item. What's the gold item? A flower. Oops. Bunny jump? Anyone? Shit. I just bunny jumped for some reason, and I don't know why. So that's a little bit slower than the route we were going to take. Salsa, you can fuck right off. Oh, man. The Fire Knight? No, thank you. Smithing 6. And I need 2 more of them. Useless. This item's not going to be great either, though. Kill him to make the run through easier and because he drops an item. He's aggroed to us. No, but they're still aggroed. Wow. More heavy beast bones! Oh my gosh! That was 2 back-to-back pickups of them almost. Hefty beast bones, sorry. Alright. Something is still aggroed to me. That's insane. I don't know what it was, but... we still got all of our flasks. So we won't stop and rest there. No, I'm not going to get the seed, but I will kill him for the item, seeing as it takes me 2 seconds. Somber 6, not really needed. Need 7, 8, 9 for the hatchet, and 6, 7, and 8s for the great stars. I don't hear the audio cue to dodge roll for other mate. Ah, shit. Now, he can parry, which is something I always forget. Holy shit! Holy dang! Hot dang dog! Chill! That was not fun. Not fun. Goop on the floor goop. I literally have no talismans. Alright. Prawn. Let's try that again. Alright. Need to heal. You come over here away from that, please. Thank you. That's the way it should have gone the first time. Hooray! A third talisman pouch for no talisman. Oh dear. There were some talismans in RTH, so maybe we go back to Round Table Hold and buy them. I think one was a stam. Maybe. Probably not, let's be real. We see anything? Nope. Kill you. No real reason for it, just because I hate them. Flower? The spear of the guy I'm using. Let's reset my flasks. Oh, look at that drip. I hear... Oh, is it both of them or is it one? I think it's both. Yeah, it's both. Okay. This is going to be pain. Because they cannot frost and they cannot bleed, I don't think. Ah. Fuck you. Alright, I know I do have golden parry in the shop, and there is a pillory shield. So we can get a parry shield if we need it. What? I had no chance to even dodge it because he just... I hate when they gangbang you. There's literally nothing you can do. You can't dodge both of them. Yeah. Yep. This is going to be a long fight. Do we go one more attempt or do we just go and get the shield? I'm just going to go get the shield. If it's got parry on it as the default, then yay. If not, then just have to buy golden parry as well. I hope we've got enough money to do it with. Yeah, that's plenty. Now the question is, where was that shield? Woo! 15,000! I know I saw the shield somewhere. Where did I see that shield though? Maybe it was one of the merchants that we didn't get their bell bearing off. Fuck. I've got medium shields. This is not going to be fun. This is not going to be at all fun. Alright, we'll put golden parry on this shield, and that should give me the same iframes. We've got one blue flask still, so that should be enough. Alright, well let's try it with a medium shield and golden parry. I don't think I've ever used a medium shield for parrying. But it does have golden parry, which I'm pretty sure golden parry overwrites the medium shield's parry frames with the golden shield parry frames. I think that's how it works. We'll find out though, won't we? Holy gangbang. I'm not sure that the Ice Rhine Hatchet is the right move. Oh, was it 327 on the other one? Yeah, a bit more. I think maybe we've got enough. If we don't miss too many of the parries, I think we've got enough mana. So much easier being able to parry these two. Alright, so you'll notice when I'm doing this, what I do is I back up a little bit and I wait to see if he's going to stomp. Because they do basically the same moves after standing up. So if you back up a little bit, they're either going to stomp or they're going to go, he's going to go into that lunge move. So. Ah. Just needed to get some heals up a little bit. LOL! The double parry! You thought you were gonna bash me. Ooh. Thought you were gonna both get me at the same time. I was really early and I was saved by the golden parry frames. Alright. Now, I am not nearly as good at parrying the Crucible Knight Soleria. But we're not as bad at fighting him outright as we are. Wow, these two really like both fighting at the same time. Alright, I think I got one more golden parry before I got a... Yep. So I'm going to back off a little bit now. Drink the blue. And then we should be able to kill him with one R1, I think. Yep. I did warn that I was not nearly as good with parrying this guy. I know the parry moves, but I just not am as good as it. Like, I know you can parry that, I just suck at it. Maybe I just fight him outright. Alright, I think I just fight this guy outright, to be honest. Stamina. Oops, no heals. Pop a prawn then. I literally cannot take a hit at this point. Woohoo! Alright, I think we are all good at this point. Oh, I was out of stamina when I hit R1 there. Alright. So that actually went alright, despite the fact that it is a really long fight. Not at all the fight you want to get on a randomizer. A speedrun. So that took me 12 minutes to do with 1 death. So that just shows... I mean, it probably would have been quicker if I had been parrying Siluria at the end there, but I think... I don't know which is faster, the parrying or going just fighting them outright. So we went with fighting him outright. I don't know, more comfortable with that for him. The Siluria Knight or Dovus, I'm much more comfortable with the parrying than I am with the other. Alright, back to Avenue Balcony, and we are 4 minutes behind Fire Giant. And our PB, or our best possible pace now, is 1 minute and 9. 1 minute and 34. Wow, you aggro from a long way off. Well, that would be who was aggroing on me from so long away. This is rubber banding holds in there. So yeah, my best possible is 1 hour 34 at this point, which is not a PB. But that's if we gold split everything from here onwards, right? Which is not likely. Not likely at all. So we gotta run. Still no other... Still no other weapons. I'm gonna go up and grab that item. I'm not gonna grab it here. It's number 6, eh? Holy damage! From a pot? What? My guy's throwing freaking bricks. See if we can make a short out of the double parry, maybe. Don't often get those. New shorts. Smithing 9. Alright, we now can no longer wear both weapons. That's right. I think I'll stick with my lightning bleed over the frost on the ice rhine is pretty busted. Alright, let's switch those over and that should give us the weight we need. Dust. Alright, Forbidden Lands time. One of the most fun running sections in this game is running through from Morgott to use this item. Bit of money. Morgott all the way through to Fire Giant. So how are we doing smithing stone wise? 1-6, we need 2 more. We're probably going to grab the Grace for the bell bearing. Just in case, the Zamor Ruins Grace. And then it is unlikely that we are going to get 2 smithing 6s in the 4 or 5 item checks in mountaintops. A great move for you to do with me able to run past you. Alright. So the thing with randomizer speedruns is you really need a good set of bosses to get all the way through. And I'm going to be honest, while I've had a great weapon and pretty decent luck with the... I mean, it's not been great. I've had to go and get 2 bell bearings now, but I did get the smithing 1 and 2s. But weapons has been great, but honestly, the bosses have let me down because we had the Spirit Core Snail fight with both of the Godskin summons, which is slow because you have to fight them one after another. And then we got Crucible Knight Duo in Morgoth's Arena, which is rough. I mean, the arena, spacing-wise, is fantastic. I was able to space them out nicely, or keep myself moving around that arena, but their scaling was pretty damn high. And they're highly, like, they're reasonably highly scaled for Altus anyway. So that was another slow, stally fight. And we had the one death at DTS, which was so late in the piece and very tragic. And we had Lamenta as well, who's another stalling boss. Like, we've had a run of stallers. So the only one that was quick was so I don't even know if we've had a quick boss. Because Godskin was a Knight's Cav. It was quick, but it was still a Knight's Cav. And then DTS was a Knight's Cav, stally one. We had that death to the Sanguine Noble, which was annoying. That could have been a really quick fight. Quit out to de-aggro so I can just jump straight back in and go across and grab the Smithing 6's bell bearing. So we'll come here, we'll go get the Smithing 5, 6 bell bearings so I can buy the last 2 Smithing 6's. And then we'll duck back to Round Table Hold to buy that those smithing stones. And then once we've done that, upgrade our weapon. Those a lot of money. And then from there we can then go and do Fire Giant and hope that it's a nice 2-phaser. This Fire Giant is the first of our 2-phase bosses. We have to fight 4 of them? 3 of them in total? 4 of them. 4 of them in total. Let's just get this while we're here. Alright, sell our stuff, upgrade our weapon. I don't remember seeing a Somber 7 weapon. Yeah. I don't remember seeing a Somber 7. I think it was a Somber 8 was in the shop. Alright. Get our 1 health pot back. Gillica, Mariga, or Marika? Which one is it? Maggie? Gillica? Margot. One from Mountain Tops. Not Mountain Tops. From... what's the name of it? Stagger, anyone? I have no stamina for whatever is next. An avatar! A very tanky avatar, but... Fuck. Holy shit, we almost died because we got greedy. We got way greedy there and almost died and paid the price for it. Like, so greedy. I was trying to get that one boop in before he did the stars, golden lances or whatever it's called, and I didn't get the hit off in time at all, and then got pancaked and then almost died. Like, ooh, that would have been a terrible time sink. I mean, we lost 2 minutes, but I think that's mostly because we had to go get the bell bearing. And I bought this and I never equipped it. Go figure. Such a weird grace. You can't access it from that back side. You can only access it from this side. It's really weird. Alright. Off we go to
I have this world and death.
Forges.
Commit. Let my hand.
Skip cutscene. Alright. Time to run through to the Godskins. And naturally, we have no time to get any graces. So, the only grace we're going to get is the one right before the arena, or the one just through, like when you pass through the arena, depending on what the boss is. That's all we're going to get. We're not going to get anything else. So, let's start running. What's your favourite area of the game? Guys, hit me in the comments of the video, seeing as I don't think anyone's online with me, but I think my favourite, aesthetically, is probably Limgrave. There's something really pretty about Limgrave. Just like that opening scene when you lift the door up, and there's the Erd tree, there's greenery around you, there's some big-ass horse motherfucker sitting in front of you, ready to just absolutely annihilate everybody for the next 10 hours. gonna be honest, started playing the game and I knew I like wasn't going in completely. Holy dooly, fuck you. Completely blind. I'd watch like speed runs and stuff of the game just because that's it's weird. That's how I actually get into a lot of games, is I watch speed runs of them and I'm like, that seems like a cool game. I want to play that. And then I play it, and then it's obviously nothing like the speed run, but it's the mechanics that get me interested. So yeah, I knew that Tree Sentinel was an optional boss, and I knew that I didn't need to fight him, and I knew he was going to be hard, and then I still spent probably, I don't know, 40 minutes fighting him, absolutely pointlessly. Went nowhere with it before I was like, you know what, this game actually does require a little bit of a lot more skill than what I got right now. And that was my introduction to Elden Ring, was that point, going, actually, this is going to be harder than I thought. And then, obviously, I kept playing it, decided to go for an explore, go look for some weapons. I think the first weapon I got was, I started off as Samurai, and I realized I was terrible. I'm just going to get the next grace. Terrible at Unsheathed at the time, for it, as all new players are. Yeah, that one's rot. I think. Does Sinkadea have rot? Do we even bother getting the grace? I think no. We can first try this. It's only Mariga. Yeah. That was a freaking hitter. Holy damage. Can I have a riposte this time? Yes, we can. Good fight, good fight, good fight. Just because I haven't gotten any graces, I'm going to spend a little bit of a second to line this jump up, and rather than just yeeting myself like I often do. Because the only grace we are going to get is the one before bird skip. That is the only grace I am getting in Farum Azula. No, I lie. I'm totally going to get the one at Bridge Merch, at Bridgeside, before the Great Bridge. That's a double fight, and it's madness not to get a safety grace before a double boss. Alright. Bird skip time. Here we go and level up our weapon here. We have to rest because we are still trapped. Let's do bird skip first, and then we can go level up. Who are you? Nailed it. So the only skip though that I actually use in this run that I'm inconsistent with is the Radahn stake skip, which should be the easiest of the skips that we do. Realistically, it's literally a double jump. But for whatever reason, the timing of it just throws me off. Something awful. The other skip I need to learn at some stage, and I always say, I need to go and learn it, I need to go and learn it, I need to go, is the Celia skip. And I never learn it. I never spend the time to go and learn it. I really should. Oops. We just didn't open our menu. I kind of need a pee. Smithing 5. Midnight Sword plus 18. Alright. So we did pick up a... Oh, we forgot to split. That's a terribly long split. That's way after I needed to split that, but whatever. I need to undo that split because otherwise it's going to make this Malekith split look really fucking fantastic. That's loading. Zero control. Undo split. Control. Skip split. Use the last of these rooms up, I suppose. Just get some endurance. Because if I had left that as that split and then I went and straight into Malekith, it would look like I had just done the most phenomenal split of all time. Which is... Good dodge, good dodge. So we got Cemetery Shade. This is a good one. And off the rip, he does the walking animation, and we don't get it. Walking, walking. Thank you. Oh, I thought I timed that differently. Are we gonna get there in time? Yes, we are. Just. We got that prawn off. Alright, Bell-bearing Hunter. We are doing this without any talismans as well, for the record. Like, none. We've got terrible Holy dooly! That was really terrible timing there. So, after Fire Giant, Godskins, and Malekith was on pay, like, with PB, we didn't change anything. We didn't catch up any time at all across those splits. Which is crazy. I mean, yes, we had a bit of a stall with the Cemetery Shade, but wasn't that bad at all. I mean, Marigold was quick. Well, whatever. Is what it is. Be what it be. Let's do some hoppy tech. Alright. 3 fights left. We got Gideon, which is a single phase boss. Then Horaloo, which is a double phase boss. And then Radabeast, which is a double phase boss. So, we're not going to hit PB. We are not going to do any of that. Hopefully, we will get it sub 2 hours, I want to say. Which would be really nice, because it'd be the first one of these that we've actually finished sub 2 hours on stream. No way of knowing, I suppose. A new come. Stand before the Elden throne.
To become
The
Elden
Elden.
Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle. Unto eternity.
How did that miss? I don't know how that R1 before whiffed. Whoa, we rolled really early there. Smith script plus 25.
Not even you
Oh no, we've walked off the edge.
cannot kill.
Better there than off the edge where the death plane is. Alright, 2 fights to go. We lost another minute and a half on that fight. Ah dear. Wonder if that was because of resistances or just because I was very fast. We do have a plus 25. We don't have a lot of stats though in our damage stats. So we'll pump a whole bunch into... Is it worth it now? Probably not, but... we do have some stats in damage. Dex. I mean, my weapon doesn't scale very well with Dex at all, don't get me wrong, so that is probably like 95% of my problem. Alright, this is probably our biggest time save on this run available, is on this... Holy, we've gotten all three of the demi-human queens. Maggie, Gillica, and... Margaret. And the Bloodhound Knight. It's not even Darawal. That's great. So why did that first one 2-hit him? I don't understand why that first one stunned him in 2. That is a fantastic split there for the record. Alright. Final boss time, baby. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Hopefully this goes well. Alright. We do this first. It is like literally our only buff we have is the prawns. That's it, that's the only buff we got. This is not a bad boss. Press that didn't connect. It is the fully grown version. What? I was sure I was out of range of that. Did you know if you use Rot Breath, it actually staggers them out of this? Two headshot whiffs in a row. Hello. This is going to be a little bit... I cannot land a headshot while he's staggered. Not to save myself right now, eh? Refresh our brawny. Goldfroy! This is a really hard arena to see him in. Alright, we just got to go and touch the stake, then the Elden Ring, and then that's time. Fine. So you have it. A Elden Ring randomizer speedrun.
Tell a story.
Done and dusted. So where did we lose badly? So we died on our Dectus halves. That was not a great start. Margaret was slow as because of the Spirit Caller Snail. What else do we have? DTS wasn't too bad. Radahn was pretty good, actually. Godfroy was great. Like, that was a great run through there. Morgott was where our major time loss was. That was really slow with the Crucible duo. And then that was pretty much where we lost it, was Morgott. We lost a bit more in Fire Giant, having to go and get the bell bearings. Pulled back a lot of time in Horaloo, and then lost a little bit of time at the end there on Radabeast. There, my weapon wasn't the best against the Falling Star Beast. But yeah, there you have it. So in the end, I'm not unhappy with that. It's not great, but I had terrible bosses for a number of those bosses. And we had some great bosses. We got all three of the demi-human queens. But talismans as well. Talismans was horrible. Like, just no talismans at all. Even to buy, there weren't any talismans in any of the shops. So yeah. But there you have it. That's the end of that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I will hopefully do another one at some other stage. Go from there, I guess. But yeah, there you have it. Elden Ring, any percent randomizer. Done and dusted. Anyway, that's it. Have a good one all. Hope you have a lovely rest of day. I'll catch you guys all around in the next vid. Till then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming.